Hi, my name is Pai Chu, and this is the 5 minute window. Give me 5 minutes, and I will share with you something about life, God, and the Bible. King Nebuchadnezzar wakes up in the middle of the night. He's all sweaty and he's had a huge nightmare. However, he's totally overwhelmed by it, and there is one huge problem. He has forgotten the dream. Nebuchadnezzar calls for his astrologers. He asks them to tell him the content of his dream. They say they cannot and do not know how to. So Nebuchadnezzar throws a tantrum. Unless they tell him the content of his dream, he will execute them. The astrologers say to Nebuchadnezzar that only the gods can do this, and they do not live among human beings. Daniel finds out that he and his three friends are about to be executed. He goes to the king and pleads for time to figure out this dream. I'm going to read verse 17 to 18 of Daniel chapter 2 to, to emphasize the response of Daniel and his three friends to this predicament before them. Then Daniel returned to his house and explained the matter to his friends Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. He urged them to plead for mercy from the God of heaven concerning this mystery, so that he and his friends might not be executed with the rest of the wise men of Babylon. Let's contrast Nebuchadnezzar and the astrologers on one side, and Daniel and his three friends on the other side. Nebuchadnezzar takes it out on the astrologers. The astrologers say only the gods can reveal dreams. Whatever Nebuchadnezzar and his astrologers do, they do not pray. On the contrast, what do Daniel and his three friends pray? First, Daniel goes home and shares the situation with his friends. He does not take it out on his friends like Nebuchadnezzar. Then they get on their knees and plead for mercy from the God of heaven. They ask that they be spared from this execution. There are two things about prayer which we can learn from Daniel and his three friends. First, prayer is talking with God. Prayer is talking with God. There is a huge difference between Nebuchadnezzar and the astrologers and Daniel and his three friends. Daniel and his three friends pray. The astrologers have their God boxed in as some God who does not live among human beings. Daniel and his three friends pray to God because they believe that their God does live among human beings. God is interested and concerned with what Daniel is going through. God is interested in what we are going through. When we pray, we talk with God. Second, prayer is trembling before God. Prayer is trembling before God. Daniel and his three friends fall on their knees before God. They plead for mercy from the God of heaven. They ask for salvation from the execution. They have no place to turn to but God. However, you know the story. When things are going well, we forget about God and ignore Him. The challenge is to bow down before God in good times and bad times. The challenge is to bow down before God when He seems not to be answering our prayers. Here, God answers their prayers and saves them from executions. I'm going to end this 5 minute window with the reading of verses 20 to 23. I want you to just close your eyes now as I read it and figure out about this God which we talk with and tremble before. Praise be to the name of God forever and ever. Wisdom and power are His. He changes times and seasons. He deposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. He reveals deep and hidden things. He knows what lies in darkness, and light dwells with him. I thank and praise you, God of my ancestors, that you have given me wisdom and power. You have made known to me what we asked of you. You have made known to us the dream of the king.